Welcome in, Fox Motors fans, to Kentwood Ice Arena. Today's matchup is Kensington Valley Renegades against your Fox Motors 2010 Bantam A. Play starts with the puck in the Fox end. Moore, Wiedenoff, Winters, and Ayler. Puck is played by Kensington Valley in the neutral zone. Pass to the near side. That's Kellen Hill, a longtime former Fox Motors player. Good to see him on the ice. Winters takes a pass through the middle into the KVN. Shot wide right of net. Played along the boards by Ayler. Martsky's there as well. Puck loosened up. Ayler bangs it in the corner. KV wraps it around to the near side. That'll come out to the neutral zone. Jackson Kuhn gives chase in his own end. Icing whistled. Face off in the KVN. Smiling a shout to take the center with Richmond and Enrique. Kuhn and McAfee on defense. Played back to McAfee at the point. Can't get his shot off, and that's freed up by the KV Renegades. Into the Fox zone. Can't get it in. This is Enrique through mid-ice. Pass to the far side looking for Smilanich. Played back to the neutral zone by KV. This is Enrique. Toe drag through the middle. Gets around the defender. Enrique up the middle. Drop pass to Smilanich along the board. Smilanich puts it towards net. That's Richmond on the doorstep, but has his pocket picked. And KV passes it forward. That's Mason Day on the stop. Gets it to Enrique on the far side. Back into the KV zone. Face off outside the KVN. 13:28 left in the first. Carter Stark wins the draw, gets it to Liam Day, rips a shot, saved by the goalie. Day behind his own net, frees it up, pass in front. That was Stark, a pass to Lopshire. Lopshire's shot goes into the backboards. This will be cleared out to the neutral zone by KV, but picked off by Liam Day. Day with some space, had it taken off his stick. And offsides whistled. Face off won by Stark, put in the KV zone. Held in by Lopshire at the point. Stark will try to put it low, but picked off by KV. Off their skate to the neutral zone. They'll have some room to move it. Pass to the near side. Rush into the near corner. Paxton Wiedenoff pressures. Puck played behind the net. Carter Stark gives chase in the corner. Plays the man, frees it up to Mason Day. Day along the wall. Lopshire up to Liam Day. And puck off his stick. Kensington back into the Fox end. Tipped, no ice. Mason Day behind the net. Aiden Vitale in net in game one today. Puck played to the neutral zone to Liam Day. Day will take it into the KV zone. Shot off a stick into the backboards. Day digs it out behind the goal. Day on his forehand. Turns, shoots off the posts into the backboards. KV can't clear. Stark gets it along the boards. Played out to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn shot deflected by Day in front and wide right of net. Miles Ayler will dump it soft behind the net. Liam has it. Has it taken off his stick by KV into the corner. Now he loops back behind his own net. Play by Stark. Puck is loose. Played by KV into the bench. And we get a whistle. .55 left in the first, still zeros. Face off deep in the KV zone. Bryce Winters, Jake Martsky, Miles Ayler, Evan Moore, and Jackson Kuhn are your skaters. Played by Winters, tried to get it back to Kuhn at the point, picked off by KV, taken by Kuhn. Good play by him to get that puck back. Now played into the neutral zone. KV with it, pass through the middle. Pass to the far side, off a stick, Moore charges after it. Moore off the wall, trying to find Martsky, goes to Ayler. Miles has some room to skate through the middle. Finds Winters. Winters all alone on net. He shoots, he scores!
Who gave it to Miles?
shifted up the boards. Jake deflected it to Miles. Face off at center ice. Fox takes the 1-0 lead. Bryce Winters with the goal, assist by Ayler and Martzke. 11:16 left in the first. KV moves it in the neutral zone, into the Fox end. They dump it deep off the goal. That's McAfee, wraps it around the boards. Won't clear, held in. KV still with it, pass in front, connects. Shot of Vitale, kick save. Rebound played by KV, shoot and they score! Kensington Valley comes right back and ties the game at 1. Face-off played into the KV end, shallow. Nolan Richmond gives chase. Kensington moves it back to the neutral zone. They still have it now towards net. Goes wide. Mason Day can't get a stick on a KV with it again. They shoot! Saved by Vitale. Puck played by Fox. That's Parker Lopshire. He'll find Liam at mid-ice. Liam into the KV zone. Pressured along the boards. Puck loosened up. Kensington Valley will backhand that one along the far side wall. Lopshire with pressure. Lopshire pins the man up on the boards. Puck comes loose. Lopshire digs it out. Liam Day to help. Day has it on his stick. Drop pass to Wiedenoff at the point. Wiedenoff puts a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Rebound cleared behind the net. KV will outlet on the near side. Pass up through the middle, off a skate and deep into the Fox zone. Liam, pressure into the zone, puck loosened, out in front, still loose, now picked up by Liam Day. Day run off the puck, played by Wiedenoff, puts a backhand towards KV zone. KV will regroup D to D, now pass through the middle, connects. Pass intercepted by Stark, but he loses it. Wiedenoff uses a skate to control. Puck loose, Wiedenoff to the middle. KV will bring it in onside. They'll dump it in the far corner. Morzon picks it up behind the net. He stops and goes back to the far side off the boards of Lopshire. He gets around his man. Parker's pass off a skate and played by KV in the neutral zone, but picked off by Wiedenoff. KV plays it back through the middle. Good stick by Moore. Puck is still in the zone though. KV with control. Pass picked off by Ayler. Ayler's chip pass through the middle, Martzke deep, and icing will be called. .9:03 left in the first, 1-1 your score. Face off won by KV, shot towards net, blocked by Vitale. Rebound, jumped a stick in front. Puck out to the neutral zone. Kensington with control, off a skate into the far side. Jackson Kuhn. Kuhn still with control, now moves it up, kicked by a skate. Played by Miles Ayler. Ayler able to move it to the neutral zone, trying to find Martzke on the boards. Renegades, Martzke comes through, trying to control the puck. Winters will bang that one behind the net. Jake Martzke gives chase into the far corner. Pass up the wall, picked off by Ayler. Ayler's rubbed off the puck. Kensington off the boards on the break. Picked off by Martzke and dumped back in. On goal. KV off the wall. That'll get through. Mason Day off a shift change has control. From the red line, he'll dump that in. Renegades with it behind their own goal. Pressured by Winters. Renegades, though, skated out, pass into the middle, connects. They'll carry it in onside, far side, around the circle. Pass in front, can't connect. Puck along the near side boards, picked up by Smilanich. Lucas with the legs. Into the Renegade zone, soft behind the net. Renegades pick it up. Fox got a change. Wiedenoff tried to hold it in at the point. Still held up there on the boards. Now played by KV. That's Enrique. He'll pass back to Day at the defense. Day to the near side, hits Richmond. Richmond's backhander goes in. And a penalty called here. First penalty of the game as the Renegades will go. .7:22 left in the first. Martsky, Day, Enrique, Winters, and Wiedenoff. Face off won by KV. They play behind the net. Martsky picks it off. Jake behind the net. He feeds Enrique. Enrique's cross ice to Wiedenoff. Wiedenoff steps, shot! Wide left of net and played into the corner. Enrique trying to control. Renegades have it. They'll put it through the air. Liam knocks it down. Liam curls back behind Wiedenoff. Drop pass to Day. Liam in Renegade territory. Liam tries to set up Wiedenoff at the point. Pressure there by the Renegades. Day has it though. Got him up into the bench. No whistle. Puck played into the neutral zone. Enrique cross ice to Winters. Winters to Martsky. Martsky dumps it in deep. Chasing that is Winters. 45 seconds left on the power play. The Renegades will break this one out. Neutral zone, now into the Fox zone. Shot of Vitali's blocked. Renegades behind the end line. Another shot on Aiden, and he blocks and holds that one. Smilanich, Day, Lopshire, Richmond, and more. Your power play crew. 30 seconds left in the power play. Fox can't get it out of their zone. Played back by Vitali. He's going to cover that for a whistle. Face-off won by KV, back to the point. Shot towards net, blocked by Vitali. Rebound goes into the far wall. Lopshire through the air, knocked down by KV. High stick is waved off as Smilanich pulls it forward. Lucas cross-ice pass. It's Richmond shot. Blocked behind the net. Lucas with it behind. Passes it to Lopshire. Lopshire rips. Another save. Loose behind the net. Richmond. Kensington's about to get their fifth skater back. Puck played out to the middle and the Rebels will be able to break. Pass to the middle, picked off. Rebels with it, or Renegades with it, taken away by Richmond. He'll pass that to Lopshire, crosses the red line and dumps it in. Renegades behind their own net, pass to the near side. Deflected by Kuhn, but played by the Renegades. Into the Fox zone. McAfee pressuring, now Ayler from behind. Takes the puck and wraps it around the net to Kuhn. Kuhn moves it out, on the boards, pass up to, trying to find McAfee, now carried by Smilanich. Lucas has men all over him, but gets it in the zone. He'll go for a change. 5 minutes on the clock. McAfee on the forecheck, deep in the Renegade zone. Loosens it up behind the net. Renegades finally get it out to the wall. Cross ice pass. Can't connect. Kuhn will step. Gets it in. Enrique's backhand goes deep. But the Renegades there to control behind their net. Nice forecheck by Stark. Puck is played. Enrique, neutral zone. He'll find Mason Day. Past his sticks, off the wall. Day sends it back to the near side. Wiedenoff drops a pass to Enrique. Enrique brings it along the blue. Hits Mason Day at the red line. This is Wiedenoff at the red line, bangs it in deep. Puck is played on a bounce through the middle. Wiedenoff's gonna have to chase this one. Renegades, good back check by Fox. Played into the corner. Mason Day hard off the wall. That'll clear the zone. Icing arm is up. Puck loosened up on the wall in Fox zone. Played out to Martsky. Martsky gets around the defender. 2-on-1. Martsky on the right side. Jake shoots. He scores! Martsky with a nice goal as Fox takes a 2-1 lead. Puck is loose. Vitale with a beautiful save. Wraparound. Blocked by Aiden. Puck is loose along the end line. Wow, sorry for that rush of action. Just right after the faceoff. Shot in from the point. Played by Martsky in the corner. Kuhn behind his net. Gets it back to Martsky. Puts it up the boards. Richmond off the wall. He's tripped. Another penalty will be called. So with 3:08 left in the first, Fox goes on their second power play. Richmond had a nice breaker on the wall, got tripped. Face off back to Liam Day, hits Wiedenoff on the near side. Wiedenoff now finds, scores! That's Enrique! With 3 minutes left in the first, Fox extends their lead 3-1. Hunter Enrique with an absolute blast from around the faceoff dot on the power play goal. Beautiful pass by Wiedenoff. Could have easily taken the shot from where he was at, but he saw an absolute drooling Enrique on the right side and hit him on the tape. Enrique didn't hesitate and buried it top shelf. Played through the middle, that's Lopshire trying to find Liam. Liam pulls it away. Liam in on the Renegades. Liam shoots, blocked by the goaltender. Rebound, hard off the goaltender, so played by Lopshire into the corner. Day there to help. Lopshire frees it up. Lopshire back to the point man. That's McAfee's shot, deflected by Stark, but saved by the goaltender. Renegades carry it out, pass through the middle, cross the red line into the Fox zone. Man taken down, puck loosened up. Renegades shot, saved by Aiden. McAfee is trying to clear it from behind the net along with Mason Day, but the Renegades get it back. Renegades turn and shoot. Rebound just wide right of net. Renegades wrap goal and cleared out. Great job by the Vitale wall. Bailing out his defenseman a little bit there. I think I see both defensemen hugging him on the ice. Renegades a tough team. No doubt putting pressure on Vitale here early. Smilanich, Enrique, and Richmond. Renegades move it through the middle, drop pass to the point. They'll move it back to the far side of the ice. Renegades with it in some space. Pass to the far side, deflected out by Richmond. Richmond races after it. Renegades do a nice job to go back and get it. And they'll control in their own end. Off the wall, played by Wiedenoff. He'll have to wait. Face-off sent into the Renegades' end. Martsky gives chase on the forecheck. 1:40 left in the period. Even 5-on-5. Now the Renegades get it And they'll have a break. Wiedenoff pressures. Renegades drop pass. Nice back check by Ayler. Puck played loose behind the net. Moore has it. He'll put it hard off the wall looking for Winters. Winters checked into the wall. Puck. Martsky there to help. Now taken out by Winters. Winters gets around his man. Bryce shoots. Blocked by the goalie, and he goes down into the backboards. Renegades deflect or chip it to the neutral. Wiedenoff finds Moore. Moore curls back. Got to gather it. Now he sends a pass back to Winters. Winters through the neutral zone. He'll backhand that one in deep. Less than a minute left in the first. Renegades control. Pass along the far side. Now to the middle. Connects. Good stick by Martsky. Renegades, though, continue to push forward. Into the Fox zone. Mason with pressure. He'll take this away. Day's pass through the middle, deflected by Ayler to Kuhn, who gets it back to Ayler. Nice play. Ayler will dump that in onside. 25 seconds left. Renegades behind the goal line. Now the defenseman passes it up the far wall. Backhand through the middle, connects. Pass to the far side. Good play by Mason. Gets it to Liam. 10 seconds on the clock. That puck will go loose into the wall. And that'll do it. So at the end of one, 3-1 your score. Martsky, Winners, and Enrique, your goal scorers on that period. Good crowd on hand here for the first game of 2024. Happy New Year to everybody. It's good to be back at a rink and playing a game. The team had 2 solid practices this week. All these kids are set to go back to school this Monday. We're set to begin. Face off on the near side. Moore back in his own zone. Feeds Stark along the wall. Stark pressured. Moore has to play it again off the wall. Gets it up to Lopshire. His pass through the middle, trying to find Day. Can't connect. Off some skates. Renegades have it into the Fox zone off of shin guard. Played behind the net. Moore gathers it. He'll have some room to skate. Cross ice pass off the wall looking for Day. It's a race to the puck. Icing's waved off. Renegades have it. Day, though, takes it away. Liam on the wall. Tries to find Lopshire in the middle. Moore will collapse down and put it soft behind the end line. Renegades move it along the wall to the far side. Held in by Lopshire. Or held in by Stark. Stark behind the end line, taken away by KV, and they move it into the neutral zone past the defender McAfee, deep into the corner. McAfee behind his own net. He'll put it hard off the wall. KV player kicks it into the corner. McAfee plays it ahead again. Wiedenoff's there to help. Wiedenoff frees it up, moves it to Lopshire. Harker into the middle, finds Liam Day. Liam gets around the defender. Liam on his forehand shot, blocked by the goalie. Played on the far side, through the middle, picked off by Wiedenoff. He puts that soft back in the zone. Renegades through the middle, picked off by Enrique. Enrique shot wide right. had it on his backhand as the goalie sprawled and just went right of net. That one will be banged out by the Renegades and into the Fox zone. Vitali comes out, but Kuhn is there behind his own net. He stops, takes it along the far side. This is Richmond. Richmond tries to go off the wall, played by KV. They drop pass to the point. Shot towards Vitali, catches and holds for the whistle. Face off in the Fox zone, played by Smilanich. Smilanich, Enrique, and Richmond out there for Fox. This pass up to Richmond at mid-ice. Nolan one-on-one in the Renegades' end. Tries to get around the defender through his legs. Defender played it out to the middle, and now they've got a break. On the chase is Wiedenoff, all alone on Vitali. Shot! Saved by Aiden. Mason Day with pressure in the corner. Smilanich trying to get a stick on it. Mason digs it out off the wall to Enrique. Enrique trying to find Richmond in the middle. That one went long. KV couldn't play it in. Richmond took it away. Now to the middle. Hits Smilanich on a streak. Lucas can't get a good shot at the end line. Puts it off the goal and now played into the near corner. Richmond pressured by KV, double team, but Richmond able to control it there. Richmond in his skates, still has it. Now gets it to Enrique. Back to Richmond. Richmond off the wall to Day. His shot wide right of net. Played by Moore at the point. Moore rips a shot off the crossbar and into the back wall. Winters in the corner. Pushes it to the middle. KV will have it. Off the wall. Moore will be able to play it. At the point, soft off the wall. Right to a KV player, and they'll move it to the neutral zone. Pass near side. And into the Fox zone. Mason Day in the corner. Day cross ice finds Winters just off his stick. And offsides whistled. Face-off won by the Renegades, but dumped into the zone by Martsky. Martsky on his backhand at the end line, tries to move it out to the middle, but played nicely by KV. Wiedenoff shot, blocked by a stick and through the air, caught and moved ahead by KV with some speed into the Fox zone. Down goes a defender, shot on Vitali, loose in front. Ayler tried to play it out. Ayler gets it to the neutral zone. That's off a KV stick, and Martsky will race. He's got it. He's got Winters. Pass in front. Wide right of net. Nice play by the boys. Played by Ayler out to McAfee. His shot off a player just left of net. And now played by KV on the far side. They'll dump this one deep. The icing arm is up. Face off, Liam Day rips a shot right off the rebound. Played by Lopshire, but deflected into the wall. Lopshire and Stark along the boards, battling, comes out, Renegades. Kuhn. Kuhn's gonna get called here for the interference. Saw that coming as the defender tried to go off the boards around Kuhn, and he went for the body. So he'll go for the interference call. 10-17, penalty kill time. Richmond, Wiedenoff, Moore, and Stark. Face off, won by KV behind the net. Pass in front, cleared out by Wiedenoff. Gets it to Richmond, who tries to skate it out. Moore kicks it ahead. Stark battles on the boards, holds it out of the zone. Nice job by Carter. Richmond there to help. Now KV gets control, moves it to the middle. Wiedenoff steps to disrupt. Stark in his skates. Moore will play it off the boards. Held in. Right back to Evan. He'll curl behind his own net. Now to the near side. Finds Richmond. Richmond tried to get around the defender. Held in by the Renegades. That'll come out to the neutral ice. Regroup. Pass to the far side. Off a stick. Played by Stark. Renegades get it back. They regroup in their own zone. Pass to the near side. Goes off a stick. Moore goes down, but he clears. Renegades pass to the middle now. They get around a man. Moore comes in on his stick. Backhand off the wall. Into the neutral zone. 29 seconds left in the 5-on-4 Renegade advantage. Renegades regroup and then send it on the near side. That goes deep. Moore goes after it. Into the corner. His backhand. Over to Wiedenoff. Wiedenoff off the wall. Finds Richmond. Richmond, red line, dumps it in. That'll be on net. 5 seconds left in the penalty kill. Renegades break out of their own zone. Pass to the near side. Connects. Through the middle. Hilla dumps it in deep. Goes behind Vitale. On the ice comes Winters. And the puck goes right to him. Bryce across the mid-ice. Takes it to the wide side. On his forehand. Bryce shoots. Blocked by the goaltender. Rebound played along the wall on the far side. Chipped ahead into the middle. Far side break. In on Vitale. Shot off the back of the netting. Mason's there. Disrupts. Puck comes out to the point. They'll hold it into the corner. Renegades with control. Pass to the middle. Blocked by Martsky. This will be held in by the defenseman as he banks it off the far side boards. McAfee bangs it back. Winters couldn't clear. Shot towards net. Cleared out by Dave. Renegades try to move it back in front. They have it. Shot. Blocked off a skate by McAfee. Winters soft off the wall. It'll be held in by the Renegades at the point as they dump it in deep. Behind the net. Pass in front. Connects. Deflected out nicely by Martsky. Not out of the zone, though. Renegades still pressuring to the middle. Pass to the far side, can't connect. Mason comes in on his knees to block. Now it's loosened up and played into the neutral ice. Fox needs a change here. Puck played back to the near side to a fresh Renegade as he goes in zone. Pass is intercepted by Martsky. He'll just turn and whip that one down the ice. The icing arm is up. Just needed a change there for that shift. Smilinich, Richmond, Moore, Enrique, and Kuhn. Kuhn's pass to the middle. Off a stick. Enrique will race after it. Enrique, offsides, whistled. Smilinich up to take the draw. Sent back to Moore. Goes over his stick in his own zone. He's got some pressure on his backside off the boards. Picked off by the Renegades, and they'll dump it in their own zone on the regroup. In hard on the forecheck, Smilinich. Renegades, they'll get it back. Played by Moore. Cross ice to Kuhn. At the red line, Kuhn will dump it in. Played by the goaltender into the corner. Enrique. Played by Richmond. Loosens up to Enrique. Tried to find Smilinich, but the pass goes long and into the Fox end. Vitale slows it down. Mason Day with it. Pass in front, blocked. Cleared by Enrique through the air. Played ahead by Richmond. Now Smilinich has it. Lucas in his skates. Lucas still with it. Backhand to Richmond behind the end line. Taken away by the Renegades. Pass along the near side goes long. Dalen McAfee in his own zone. Pass to the middle, hits Enrique at the red line, and he dumps it in deep. Renegades pass on the far side, break out to the middle, picked off by Day. Played ahead though by the Renegades. through mid-ice, right through the defenders. Too many men to bring it through. And this is McAfee. Gets it to Liam. Liam Day mid-ice on the far side. Tried to drop a pass. Picked off by the Renegades, but held in. As two Fox players go down. Renegades able to break it to mid-ice. This is Day. He sends the puck back to the far side into the Renegade zone. They bang it right back. Renegades into the Fox zone. Mason with it off the wall. McAfee back to Day. And offside's called. Liam finds Lopshire off the face-off, who sends it over to Stark. Stark skates in hard along the boards into the corner. KV ties it up. Liam pulls it out at the end line. Now to the circle. Shot off a shin guard. Liam at the wall. Gets tied up. Stark there to help. Stark gets pushed into the boards. Renegades will break it out. Wiedenoff at the blue. Nice stick work there. Liam takes it out of the zone. Day cross ice to Lopshire, can't connect. Played ahead by the Renegades. Their dump in pass off a player held in the neutral zone. Liam, beautiful pass to Lopshire. Parker's in all alone on net. Shoots, blocked. Parker's got his own rebound and he buries it! Nifty work by Lopshire. Buried a shot right into the belly of the goalie. Collected his own rebound, saw an opening right at the post, and snuck that one in. Face off won by Fox. It's Wiedenoff up the boards. Winters played it. The Renegades, Moore in his own zone, trying to settle the puck down off its edge. He'll curl back to the middle. Now through the middle, Ayler moves it ahead, trying to find Winters. Too long, played by the Renegades, D-to-D in their own zone. Dump pass to the far side, Wiedenoff with it. Nice moves by Wiedenoff to lose his man. Gets it to the neutral zone, but the Renegades get it back. Cross-ice pass. Moore pressures it into the wall. Pass to the middle, over a bunch of sticks on the far side, held in by the point man. Ayler. Deflected by Winters. Ayler moves it ahead. Right to Winters on a break. Bryce Winters all alone. Blocked by the goalie. Loose in front and cleared out. Nice save by the goaltender. More steps. Prevents any quick rush now, though they come back in. That one's picked off by Winters. He moves it to himself in the neutral zone. Has his stick lifted by the Renegades and they dump back in. Deep behind Vitale. Moore will play it off the wall. Trying to find Ayler, deflected out to the point man. It's loose. Martsky bangs it ahead. Jates Martsky, 2-on-0. He's got Winters. Winters over to Martsky. Scores! What a play! What a play by Martsky and Winters. And Fox takes the 5-1 lead. A 2-on-0, Martsky on the near side, hit Winters. I thought Winters was going to one-time it. Instead, he one-timed the pass right back to Jake. And he had nothing but net and buried it. Face-off played into the KVN. Chasing after that is Enrique. KV behind their own net. That's picked off by Richmond. Sends it hard behind the net to Smilanich. Lucas at the Zamdor. Sends it off the wall. Another penalty here on KV. This one will be a check. Cross-check call. Smilinich, Enrique, and Richmond, McAfee, and Kuhn. Your power play team. KV wins the draw, sends behind the net. Enrique, though, freed it up. That'll go out to Kuhn at the point. Jackson off the wall to Richmond. Richmond curls, sends it back behind the net. Renegades will control. Right through the middle, they'll send it. And Vitale out of his net to play it. Aiden leaves it to McAfee. McAfee will skate up through neutral ice. Dalen cross the blue line, into the middle. Drop pass to Enrique, finds Smilinich. Gets around his man, Lucas, shoots and he scores! Great puck movement by the boys. Power play goal. So with 2:07 left in the second, Fox with their second power play goal, and this one's opened up 6-1. Face off, played in the middle, won by Stark, gets it to Liam. Day into KV zone. Day rips a shot, goes over the net, and into the far wall. Stark after it. KV, though, has control. Off the wall, held in by Mason at the blue line. Collision there at the blue. Now KV sends it out one-on-one in the Fox zone. Back check by Mason prevents the shot. Mason at the end line moves it up the ice. KV deflects in the neutral. This is Liam Day. Weaves his way through, finds Lopshire. Lopshire trying to move around one. That's going to be covered by the goaltender. Day ripped a shot from the point, went long. Wiedenoff left it to Liam. Liam moved it to the middle. Lopshire. Renegades get it. They move it into the Fox zone off a bunch of skates. Now moved out by Stark. Stark on the near side, into the KVN. Puts it towards goal. He deflects it into the corner. Liam's there. KV, though, sends it through the air. They'll have it at the wall. They'll send it hard. And icing whistled. With 43 seconds left in the second. Ayler with control of the wall, hits Martzke's. Martzke's pass off a skate and off the goaltender. Winters was the intended recipient. He put a shot that gets deflected out, and KV will break into the Fox zone. Shot on Vitale, kick save into the corner. Moore battling behind the net. Puck moved out in front, cleared out by Kuhn, but held in. Ooh, almost held in at the point. 20 seconds on the clock here in the second period. Face off in the Fox zone. Moore has it. He curls back to the near side. Into the corner. Finds Martzke on the wall. Ehlers comes in to move it. Ayler on the far side. Drop pass to Winters. Now Bryce carries on the near side into the KV zone. This is currently our Michigan theme song. Have you making videos about brothers and stuff? Oh. Maybe some happy people and some happy. Barstool Sports?
Yeah.
He's got $1 million bet. Oh, maybe it was last game.
I follow them because he's my cheese pizza guy.
Okay.
We tried to send him our pizzas during the pandemic, hoping he would do something on it.
You gotta be careful with that, right? All right, third period has begun. Smilanich, Richmond, and Enrique up front for Fox. Mason Day and Dalen McAfee on defense. KV able to move it out of their zone. Mason's pass picked off by a Renegade. Played ahead by McAfee, back out toward blue line. Enrique moves it out. Penalty arm is up again. Tripping call, but not before Mason can get control. Played by... What do you say? All right. Power play here for Fox. Day, Enrique, Wiedenoff, Martsky, and Winters. That's Wiedenoff in his own zone. His pass goes off of shin guard. Renegades able to get a break. In on Vitale's save. And rebound picked up by Liam. Liam will skate through neutral ice to the middle. Crosses red line into the blue. Liam through traffic. Gets to Winters. His shot off of shin guard. Man goes down. A hard shot off the shin guard. Pass over on the near side to Winters. Goes long. Liam, though, in the corner. Day gets around one. Moves it behind the net. Runs into some traffic. Renegades do a nice job to move it out into the corner. Doesn't have a stick. Winters tried to hit the point man, went a little long. Vitale will come out and play this. Leaves it to Wiedenoff. Wiedenoff into neutral ice. Pass to the middle, finds Enrique. Enrique stops, rips a shot wide right of net. Martsky on the rebound. Loose in the middle. Liam trying to get control. Puck on its edge. Martsky, that's Enrique. Tried to find someone in the middle, but picked off by the Renegades. They'll move behind their own net, off the wall. Held in nicely by Enrique. His pass intercepted by the Renegades, but held in by Martsky at the blue. Martsky just can't get a clean pass off legs and skates. Renegades get their man out of the penalty box. Wiedenoff on top of a Renegade. And I'm watching the melee down here. All right, Martsky with the goal. I was paying too close attention to a little extracurricular. Sorry about that. So with that, 7-1 after the play, I think a penalty is called on Wiedenoff. Is there someone in their box? No penalty. No penalty on the call. Ref just told him to go back to the bench. All right, back to hockey. Miles Ayler on the near side. Renegades move it out to the middle, into the Fox zone. Pass to the far side goes long. Lopshire, squeeze on the boards, puck loose behind the net, Mason Day will play. Pass out to the point, gets around, and that's Stark. Stark moves it to the middle, pass to Lopshire, wide open. Parker shoots, saved by the goalie. Played in the near side wall. Ayler. Shot towards net. Face-off won by the Renegades. They'll wrap it around their own net. To the far side, a little long for their outlet man. Wiedenoff will play it. Paxton off the near side wall to Richmond. Richmond back to the middle to Enrique. Gets around the defender. Enrique tries to curl back towards the boards. Drop pass to Wiedenoff. Puts a shot. Deflects into the near side corner. Renegades with control. Off the back wall. Now played out to the middle. Richmond will control. He puts a backhand towards net. Played by the Renegades and out on the near side. Moore with a good hit. Clean to Enrique's long pass. Hits Smilanich. Lucas rips a shot and that's saved and held for the whistle. Face off in the Renegades' end. They'll send it up the wall. Connects with the outlet. Pass to the neutral zone is picked off by Kuhn, who gets it to Enrique. Or Martsky, I'm sorry. Renegades able to get it back cleared to McAfee. He'll dump that in soft. 11 minutes left in the third period. Outlet to the Renegades. Played ahead, kicked ahead to the middle. Jackson Kuhn races after it. He'll control. He'll pull behind his own net. Has it pulled off his stick. Renegades pass in the middle, can't connect. Out to the point, shot of Vitale deflected, and he blocks for the whistle. Puck deflected out of the Fox zone. Liam Day with control. Liam has to curl back into the corner. He gets rocked. Puck is loose. Arm is up. Fox on a penalty call. Renegades and Lopshire will touch up for the whistle. Fox on a penalty here. Hands were up on a hit. Carter Stark interference call. 10-11 left in the third. Penalty killers are Smilanich, Richmond, Wiedenoff, and Mason Day. Renegades rip a shot, goes wide of net. Played into the corner, now into the wall. Mason in hard. He's going to get called for a penalty. Five-on-three power play for the Renegades. Shot is blocked by Wiedenoff and cleared out. Nolan Richmond gives chase. Pass along the far side off a skate. Wiedenoff pressures, Smilanich with it. Hard off the wall, held in by the Renegades. They move it towards Vitale. off the side of the net. Smilanich is clear, will settle softly in the Renegades' end. Smilanich, Martsky, and Wiedenoff now. Renegades break into the Fox zone, drop pass, top of the circle, puck played towards the middle, now cleared into the corner. Renegades packs back to the point, now to the far side, at the circle. Shot of Vitali off the side of the netting. Behind the net, Renegades with it, tried to center a pass, blocked by Wiedenoff. Martsky chops it out. Renegades with it in the corner, pass in front, played by Smilanich, and he'll clear to the neutral zone. Renegades curl back, now to the middle, now far side. Renegades behind the end line, now to the near side. Pass, shot, blocked by Smilanich. Renegades back to the point. Shot, blocked by Smilanich. Renegades get it back to the point. Here's another shot, nope. Pass to the far side at the circle, shot of Vitali. Kick save into the corner. Renegades with it behind the end line, now to the front, shot over the net. On to the near side. Enrique on as Fox gets 4 skaters. Winters gets the 5th skater back on the ice. Puck is cleared, nope, back on the blue line. Renegade shot, blocked by Wiedenoff. Into the corner, Enrique. And Fox will get a whistle here, too many. No penalty. Martsky was in the bench, I guess. So puck considered put out of play. Face off, Fox moves it around. This is Ayler. Ayler and Winters. Ayler puts a shot towards net, rebound. Goes out, cleared out by KV. They can't break it out. Puck moved to the middle. Winters with control. Gets through the man, avoids contact. Ayler into the wall. Puck is loose, picked up by Winters from the circle, shot. Around the boards it comes. Played out by Kuhn. Kuhn plays it back to Moore in a regroup. Moore has to curl back into the boards. Tries to move behind the net, couldn't get enough muster on it. Puck is loose. Now it's loose in the middle. Chipped out by Enrique, and they got a break. 2-on-0 here. Enrique. Offsides. Whistled, the worst play in hockey. Offsides on a 2-0 break. Good play by the boys. Long shift. Legs were burning. Face-off played by Day. Put back in the KV zone, but they regroup on the far side. Pass to the middle. Puck is loose. Mason Day behind his own net. Day will send it high off the wall, looking for Lopshire. He puts it off the wall, but held in by KV. Dumped in deep behind the net. Played by Mason. Mason, this one up through the middle. Chipped by a Renegade. And they'll regroup shallow in their own zone. Liam with pressure. Lopshire's there as well. KV sends a pass through the zone, played by McAfee. Soft into the KV zone. 6:46 left in the game. KV behind their own net, off the wall, on the far side. Backhand pass through the middle, connects. Picked off by Liam. Liam chips to himself. Into the offensive zone. Liam shoots, blocked by the goalie. Through the air. Parker comes in, rips a shot, blocked. Rebound in front. It's loose through the crease, Lopshire. And puck is cleared by the Rebels, or the Renegades. Icing waved off. Vitali will touch it. Gets it to Mason on the wall. Up to Stark. Cleared the zone, but brought back in. Vitali played. McAfee behind his own net. Dalen sets up shop. Pass out on the far wall. Jumps Lopshire's stick. Icing waved off. KV with it in their own zone. Long pass up the far side. Fox got a change. Now it's sent to the near side. Smilanich will have it. Lucas. Good handles and good speed all the way through 2 zones. Lucas, offense shot. Wide left of net. KV will clear this. No, picked off by Richmond. Richmond dropped a pass looking for Enrique. KV will send it up the wall. Moore picks it off. Moore tries to get himself around a defender. Played by Richmond to the middle. Smilanich is there. KV able to control it. KV's outlet, now to the middle, picked off by Enrique. Enrique, toe drag, Enrique through the middle, gets it to Richmond. And the Renegades try to clear, held in by Wiedenoff. He tried to find Enrique on the wall. Enrique lost an edge, so the Renegades send it around the near side. 4:56 left in the game. Centering pass on the tape, picked off by Wiedenoff. Gets it to Enrique. Enrique finds Richmond through the middle, off of his stick and cleared to the neutral zone. Wiedenoff will put that deep into the Renegade end. Martzke on the forecheck. Outlet pass. Can't break it out. Now pass the near side, picked up by Winters. Loose in front. Martzke shot blocked by the goalie. Face off sent behind the net. Renegades send it to the far side. Moore holds it in at the blue line, sends it in deep. That's played around to the corner. Winters is setting up there. Winters has it at the circle. Kick down to Martzke behind the end line. Martzke off the backboards. Now centering pass to Winters. Try to hit it through the air. Comes out to Ayler at the circle. He tried to find Moore at the point. That'll come out to the neutral ice. A little regroup. Shallow in the Fox zone. Moore across ice to Wiedenoff. Off the boards to Winters. Winters through the middle. He's got Martzke with him. Puck jumped his stick. Goes to the neutral zone. Moore trying to defend. The Renegades get through. Renegades pass to the near side. Can't connect. Laid off the wall. Winters clears it to the neutral zone. Renegades with it. Moore charged ahead, trying to go after it. Renegades dump it in. Get on D, let's go. Renegades behind the end line. Renegades to the far side. Pass out to the point. Shot of Vitale, and he blocks and holds. Face off won by the Renegades. 3:20 left in the game. Puck played out into the middle. Stark got a stick on, or a skate on it, moved into the corner. Lopshire there, gets it to Day through the middle. Liam in on Renegades. Liam into the end wall. Has to deflect it over to the far side. Lopshire chases after it. Renegades trying to break it out. Lopshire gets control. He's run off the puck. The Renegades clear to the neutral ice. Pass cross, jumps the stick. Stark is there, and he'll rush it back into the Renegade zone. Gets it to Liam. Liam rips a shot just over the net. Renegades outlet up the near side to the middle. Can't find their man. Nice dive by the Renegades to move it into the Fox zone, but taken by McAfee. Passed up to Liam. Day in on net, shot over the net. Stark there with him. Day at the wall. Gets it to Stark. Stark back to Day. Day shoots off the post into the back wall. Renegades try to clear to McAfee at the point. Shot on net. Face off sent out of the zone. Wiedenoff gives chase, curls up the far side boards, finds Enrique. Enrique, Richmond, and Smilanich up front. Day and Wiedenoff on defense. Richmond dropped a pass to Smilanich, his shot off a skate and over the net. And we get a whistle. Face off played by Smilanich off the wall. Played out by the Renegades, and they have a break. Good back check by Mason, and the arm is up. Mason's going to get called for the hook. So with 1:45 left in the game, Mason Day sits for what I think is the fourth or fifth penalty of the game for Fox. On the penalty kill is Enrique, Smilanich, Moore, and Kuhn. Puck is moved right down into the Renegade zone. They'll try to regroup. Pass to the far side, connects to the middle on a stick. In onside, shot towards Vitale. He'll stop and he'll get the whistle. Face off won by the Renegades. Shot. Now pass behind the end line. Renegades set up behind the own net. Wraparound shot of Vitale blocked. Rebound blocked in front. Vitale will smother this. No, try to smother. Now he's got it. Hey, own it! What'd I tell you, Evan? Moore will go for the roughing call, 5-on-3 to end the game. Renegades at the point. Puck sent towards the net, it's loose in front, backhand shot, blocked into the wall. Renegades trying to control at the end line, pressured by McAfee. He'll take it away. Dalen, backhand through the air. Dumped into the Renegade zone. Offsides, or icing is blown. Waved off, sorry. And the Renegades will break out. Pass on the near side, now over to the far side. Through the middle, connects. Renegades get a shot, blocked by McAfee. Renegades again, slap shot from the right side, blocked by Vitale. Sent into the back wall. Renegades out in front, loose. And Vitale will cover. Renegades in front, saved by Vitale. Right off the face-off, they sent a pass over to the near side and a one-timer. Aiden was all over it. It's 19 seconds left in the game, still 5-on-3, Renegades. On the near side, pass over to the far side. Shot of Vitale blocked over the net. Martsky off the wall. Winters tries to get a stick on it. Sent up in the air into the corner. Renegades to the middle, blocked. Trying to clear, this will come out to the point. 1 second left, and that will do it. All right, great game, everybody. Fox with the 7-1 win. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Fox takes on the Lakeshore Junior Lumberjacks at Southside Ice Arena. 9:30 puck drop. Come out and support the boys in person or join back here on the YouTube channel. Have a great Saturday, everybody.